It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the New York Knicks going up against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, for San Antonio, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And guys, when people talk about the Spurs, they talk about consistency, from the front office to the coaching staff to the effort on the floor. Take a guy like LaMarcus Aldridge. He embodies that, doesn't he, Kenny?
Yes, he does. He's got great scoring. He's got great footwork in the block. The art of the mid-range jump shot is still there, but he can pick and pop and pick and roll, Shaq.
You know, he always finds a way to impact the game with his shot. When he's on like Texas barbecue, Ernie.
Ooh, Texas barbecue.
That wraps it up from here. Thanks for joining us.
I'm hungry.
We'll see you later.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the AT&TCenter in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on 2K Sports. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. The New York Knicks come into this one after a win against the Bulls in Chicago. And that result, guys, was a real shocker. It was just about as complete a dominant performance as we've seen them.
And look, it's always tough to win on the road. You've got to go in with the right mindset, and they did.
They were the aggressors that night, relentless in their approach, especially scoring the basketball.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Moutier out there with Ntilikina. Then there's Hardaway. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Porzingis in at the four-man position. Shot clock at 5. There's a screen by Kanter. The shot's good from Ntilikina. Ntilikina's got the game going with his first points of the game for New York.
And Frank Ntilikina out of France, played pro ball in Germany, and a lot of fans in the U.S. might not be as familiar with him, but for NBA execs and scouts, that's their job. Ntilikina has a game worthy of their attention.
This is where Kawhi's an absolute killer, that in-between area.
Screen by Porzingis. Here's Moutier, and it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Reads the play, quick reaction, almost comes up with that steal.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Murray with it. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Brooklyn.
He also was very good distributing the basketball, keeping guys involved and engaged all night.
On defense, the Knicks. Leonard. It's good. Leonard's got his second bucket.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
Knicks on offense. They set the pick. Moutier passes to Cantor. Here's Ntilikina. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
And coming out of the offseason where the Knicks had a really long to-do list, you knew they were going to shake things up and made some moves in free agency and realized they needed to build around Porzingis going forward.
The first one falls. And change was needed badly for the Knicks, and they did that starting with the front office.
Yeah, Knicks fans can have a dire outlook at times, but the team still has a solid foundation. It will take some time for the team to become a true contender again, but having players not be at odds with the front office, definitely a good start.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
Leonard kicks to Gasol. Pass to Murray. Good-looking screen by Gasol. From past the arc, Murray, good. Murray's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And if he can hit that shot, it spreads the defense out and really changes the complexion of the game.
Opens up opportunities for everyone, makes the offense its most dynamic.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
Got a piece of it. Outside, Green. Here's Leonard. Passes it to Green. Leonard dishes to Gasol. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Leonard on the wing. Over Hardaway. And it's Leonard missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Hardaway kicks to Porzingis, and he makes that one. Porzingis has got his first points of the night.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
First quarter, you're really testing the defense, trying to find their weaknesses.
Now here's Leonard. He's coming off a 19-point game against Brooklyn. Knicks trail by 3. Here's Ntilikina. Cantor with a screen on Leonard. Hardaway passes to Cantor. Hardaway against Leonard. Gasol kicks to Aldridge. Here's Moutier. They get the rebound. The shot's good from Cantor.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
A lot of laziness going on out there. Still early in the game, but that needs to get worked out.
Now here's Murray. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Aldridge. Knicks with the rebound. They're getting their first look of the season at San Antonio in this one.
Interconference showdown. You love to see clubs that don't play each other often go head-to-head.
I like it. East versus West. This is a very intriguing matchup.
Now here's Murray. After Enes Kanter's miss. Aldridge, no luck.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Now the pass to Moutier. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Leonard with the ball. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Here's Ntilikina. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Bulls in Chicago.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from the right block. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. Spurs leading by 3. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Moutier. Leonard dishes to Green. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Hey, this is what happens when Kawhi gets the ball. He draws in the defense, and you leave someone open.
The Knicks have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Screen by Porzingis. Hardaway kicks to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here's Murray. Aldridge inside, guarded by Hardaway. That shot off the mark. The Knicks go the other way with it. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, I was able to speak with Jeff Hornacek for just a minute. He said they have to do a good job of moving their feet defensively. That's the only way they're going to avoid getting dunked on. He said they also want to turn guys who are slashers into jump shooters. We'll see if that works, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David.
That was against good defense. He tried to sneak it in, though. We've seen him do it plenty of times.
Pass to Ntilikina. He feeds it to Cantor. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Clock at 6. There's a screen by Cantor. Ntilikina gets the bucket. Ntilikina's got 7 points. Well, Steve, with all the sharpshooters in the league right now, we'll always see the pick and roll. It's never going to go away. Usually it was a small and a big. A guard getting the screen, the big then rolling inside and getting the pass. But now, because the players are sometimes, we see smaller lineups, a lot of guards on the floor, 3 guards at a time. Sometimes you do see a guard-to-guard pick and roll. You see different sizes combining with the most standard play in the league.
You're totally right, Kevin. You look at the pick and roll, the hardest play to defend, and now we have the pick and pop. The bigs are not rolling, and like you said, we have guard-to-guard pick and roll. You want to just create a mismatch, and because of all the spacing, it's so hard because when a guy rolls down the lane, there's such a long run for defenders now. So that's why the pick and roll is great, especially with the new defensive rules. You can't be in a lane, so it opens it up even more.
And Steve, Kawhi Leonard, one of just 3 players to increase his scoring average in each of the past 5 seasons.
I mean, you look at what he's done. He's become an elite scorer, the 3rd longest streak of double-digit scoring games in franchise history, surpassing Timmy D. That's the consistency that you expect from a franchise player.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Out to Lee from outside the arc. That one, no good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, and some nights, you know, the starters carry the load, and then there's others when it's about the bench. That night, the bench won out.
Sometimes when you go to your second unit, sometimes the offense can bog down. Not that night.
And when you watch Rudy Gay out there on the court, you see just why he's always been a solid scorer in our league. I mean, any situation, any type of offense, he can find a way to get points, and really one of the more underrated players we have in our league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. And with Rudy Gay, scoring, Greg, has never been a problem for him, has pretty much had the same level of production his entire career.
Yeah, and if you say that about some players, it's considered an insult, but it's a good thing for Gay. Usually we'll shoot in the mid-40s for this field goal percentage and solid at that small forward position. Also a great ISO game.
And he sinks the second. Before his injury, Rudy Gay had made some strides on the defensive end. In general, Greg, he doesn't get enough credit sometimes for his impact on that side of the ball.
Yeah, Gay has always been a great ball hawk. I mean, he's got long arms to pick off lazy passes. He gets a good amount of blocks for a wing player as well. Very much so underrated when you talk about his defense.
Spurs leading by 4. Parker outside. He kicks it to Forbes. Back to Parker from deep, and the 3 ball is good. Parker's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well-timed play. Parker sets up ready to catch and fire, and the pass is on point.
Out of bounds, Knicks ball as New York keeps possession of it. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Spurs.
And they've been doing a great job of getting into the paint and scoring inside. The defense allowing them easy access to the rim, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Lee passes to Thomas, and Burke has it in the corner. Thomas a screen. A floater.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
Here's Gay. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that. And now it's a 9-point Spurs lead. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Tony Parker. He's right around 9 points a night, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense.
And the first one drops. And the Spurs with Pau Gasol and LaMarcus Aldridge up front. A huge front court, long front court. Steve, is that something they can stick with when teams like the Warriors go small?
No, I don't think so, Kevin. That's a challenge for them. Aldridge has to cover the 4 in those situations, and Gasol just doesn't have the lateral mobility at this point in his career.
No good on the second free throw.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Now the feed to Anderson. And it's Laverne missing.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Parker with the steal. Anderson kicks to Gay. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Burke kicks to Beasley. Now Thomas. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Really having a difficult time getting anything to fall.
No good from Beasley. Forbes dishes to Laverne. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Anderson can't get it to go.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Burke. 8 points his last outing. Takes the 3. Sinks the triple.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
And Forbes kicks to Parker. And Anderson has it in the corner. 5 to shoot. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Burke with it. He's picked up by Parker. Beasley against Gay. Tries from 10.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Here's Forbes. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Feeds it to Beasley. Laverne with the steal. Parker passes to Gay. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That one is on Beasley.
Well, you see right there, Rudy attacks and maintains focus. He is a load to contain.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
One shot.
That's good from Rudy Gay.
Rudy Gay has been in the league for over a decade now. A valuable wingman with incredible length.
Burke with the screen for Thomas. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
The first one falls. And the Spurs offense for a long time built around the penetration of Tony Parker. Drive and kick.
Well, that's the one thing you love about Pop in the Spurs organization. They understand their style and their system. As he's gotten older, they've gone back to the block, posting up Aldridge and Kawhi. Leonard also fills that ball handler role in attacking and pick and rolls.
Now here's Parker. They set the pick. There's the triple. No good. Shot missing. Knicks trail by 8. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Beasley left side. Lee outside. And Burke has it in the corner. Laverne grabs the miss.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, and looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for San Antonio. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And the Gasol brothers, Pau, talked about the joy of sharing the NBA stage with his brother Mark.
It's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture it. I'm just proud to be Mark's brother, and I'm proud of what he's become as a basketball player and as a man.
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way two of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become two of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Especially when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers. I mean, they traded him to Memphis for his brother. And that does all seem like fiction, doesn't it?
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
Yeah, it's been the defense that has them out in front. But let's see if they can sustain the intensity.
Rudy Gay is out there with Laverne. Then it's Tony Parker. And there's Anderson. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard. That's the San Antonio 5. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Spurs' Greg Popovich talked about developing players. He said, our method is usually tough love. I don't think coddling works, and beating them to death mentally doesn't work either. You give them a clear picture of what's demanded, show care, understand what makes them tick. If that doesn't get through, you get rid of them. Kevin?
And the military background of Popovich plays a part in this way of thinking, David. It's why the Spurs have been so successful for so many years. Beasley with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Lee. Nobody back. And Lee with the stuff.
Whoa, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
Anderson outside. 6 to shoot. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Smitty still the most electrifying play in the game, the slam dunk. For your money, who are the more phenomenal dunkers right now in the league?
Zach LaVine is at top of my list.
High flyer, you're right.
LeBron James, Aaron Gordon, those guys.
Antetokounmpo.
Yes. I mean, you talk about guys that are trying stuff that guys don't try in games. Those guys, Russell Westbrook. Love to see more of these guys in the dunk contest. But Zach LaVine right now is the top of my list.
He is. And the first one at the line is good. And what was a wild ride of an offseason for the Knicks ultimately results in a regime change.
Yeah, I mean, players butting heads with executives, and when it came down to it, things just needed to change. If the Knicks picked the Zen Master over Porzingis, fans might have rioted in New York City, and hopefully the franchise can kind of start to right the ship.
And both free throws good for Anderson. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Ntilikina. He has 7. Can't hit from in close.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Anderson dishes to Leonard. The 3. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And right now, Kawhi stacking points, playing at the highest level.
Pass to Porzingis. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Porzingis has got 6 points.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. Knicks with the rebound.
Ooh, that's the one when you watch the film back, he's going to cringe. He couldn't ask for a better opportunity.
Hardaway passes to Moutier. There's the screen. Pass to Ntilikina. And the 3 off target.
Well, he was in rhythm, hitting 2 threes in the opening quarter, but hasn't made one since.
Anderson dishes to Leonard. Over Hardaway. And the shot is long. Knicks trail by 9. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Now here's Moutier. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. A nice shot by Porzingis.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Anderson outside. Dishes to Aldridge. Pulls from the top of the key. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. And the Spurs lead by 9.
Good rhythm on the catch and shoot. Aldridge feeling that one.
They set the pick. Outside Hardaway. No good with the triple. San Antonio's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Here's Leonard. Back to Parker. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Green. And it's good in the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 3rd assist on the night.
The veteran eyes see all. Frenchie with the tremendous look to make that play happen.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Getting there up in age. We know Tony Parker was the Spurs' top scorer for half a decade from 2011 on. Their offense was built around his slashing ability.
And guard Tony Parker, now 35 years of age, bound one day for the Hall of Fame. Last season, the lowest minutes average of his career, around 25 minutes a game.
Yeah, his game has always been based on quickness. He's lost his step and it's been challenging, but he studied John Stockton, Jason Kidd, and Nash to see how they remained effective.
A different look now for San Antonio. Gasol comes in for Anderson, and it's DeJounte Murray in for Tony Parker. And a switch here also for New York. Cantor's checked in. Leonard, no luck. Knicks trail by 11, and they're on the break. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. And the Knicks miss again. Green kicks to Leonard. Shot on the wing. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Once he's dialed in, helping to dictate the flow of this game.
There's a screen by Cantor. Moutier kicks to Cantor. A rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And last season, the Knicks raised expectations with some of those big free agent signings and trades in the prior year. And let's face it, things just didn't work out quite how they had planned. Some would say they underachieved. Hard pill to swallow for a fan base that went into the year with so much hope.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And a big problem for the Knicks and their shortcomings last season was their defense.
Yeah, and listen, they have some shot blocking, but as a whole, the defense lacked teeth. More than anything else, it played a part in the disappointment of last season's campaign, and it's something they'll be focusing on in the coming years.
And so Murray nails both of them.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
Poked away. Cantor with a screen on Green. And the Knicks miss again.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Fires from deep. Doesn't go for him. Now the Knicks take it the other way. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. And that'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Back to Moutier. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Drains it from beyond the arc. Porzingis has got 7 now in this quarter.
I don't think we'll ever see another 7'3" player who can drain the 3 like Porzingis. He takes the idea of that inside-outside threat to a whole nother level.
Here's Ntilikina. 7 points in the game. Here's Moutier. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. And a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. We take a look at the Cavaliers, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far. And they're definitely the team to beat. And checking out New York, right now, quite a ways down below.
And right now for the Knicks, they've just lacked that one extra piece that could put them over the top this season. They haven't been able to kind of set themselves apart.
What they've done, they've kept themselves in the playoff picture, though. They haven't been spectacular, but they're still in the race. And we all know anything can happen in the postseason.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
Kicks it to Cantor. Here's Ntilikina. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game. It's good. Porzingis has got 13.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
And here is Murray. He dishes it to Gasol. To the middle. Here's Aldridge. And the dunk by Aldridge.
Finding the man who broke free. The great vision of Pau Gasol making that play happen.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And watching Porzingis play, you forget how tall he really is in terms of how he moves. Not only how quick he is, but also that skill set. Incredible that a player his size won the skills competition in last year's All-Star festivities.
And we see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for Leonard.
Well, when you have a whole team that is locked in, this is what your shot chart looks like. They are moving the ball well and taking shots with confidence. When this team comes out and is knocking it down from all over like they are right now, they are one of the toughest in the league to beat.
Knicks trail by 14. And that is what fools a lot of NBA fans about Porzingis. Most of the highlights, Greg, you see are his blocks and putback dunks. But if you watch his game, you see that skill level.
It's rare to see a player who's the complete package like Porzingis. I mean, he's fluid. He's got the easy-looking shot. It almost looks like he's a guard shooting the basketball, comfortable creating for himself or playing off others.
The Knicks have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. And he knocks down the first one. You know, Smitty, you had a long career. What was it, 14, 15 seasons you played for the Spurs, who've led the way on resting players and certainly extending their careers.
Yeah, it is, Kevin, but it's hard for me because I look at it as from a fan standpoint. When I played and now, you have that kid and his dad coming to the game, and he doesn't get a chance to see that star player. And a lot of times there's 2 or 3 guys that sit out. I understand the rest is needed because it's a long term, but I wish guys could find a way, and coaching staff and organization, maybe have rest days as far as practice, but let the guys play because kids want to see their stars play.
Right, but in the middle of your career, are you thinking, hey, I want to play long term so this rest is good? Or are you saying, forget the rest, I want to play?
I just want to play. I mean, I think one thing is I never thought about long term. I just wanted to play the game that was in front of me, the practice that was in front of me, the preseason game that was in front of me. You just wanted to play.
There's a screen by Cantor. Moutier passes to Porzingis. They get the rebound. Here's Cantor. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
And Greg, with Enes Kanter last season, he had to miss significant time with the broken hand, but his offensive game is something to watch when he's healthy.
He just plays hard. He provides that instant offense off the bench, a great array of post moves to pick from.
One shot, find the lanes.
And the Spurs every bit a title contender, but injuries can derail any team. And they struck hard last season.
Yes, they did. The torn quad tendon for Tony Parker in the semis, and then in the Western Conference Finals, up 22 points on the road. Kawhi Leonard rolls his ankle on Pachulia's foot. Things you just can't control.
For San Antonio, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Gasol.
And Pau Gasol, one of the most skilled 7-footers this league has ever seen. Whether it's the low post, high post, flaring off picks, you want the ball in his hands.
Both free throws good from Gasol. And Pau Gasol, a very good perimeter shooter, starting to stretch his range out beyond that three-point arc.
Yeah, his face-up game is becoming more and more prominent. Working from that elbow, he's become more of a triple threat. He can shoot it, drive it, and pass at a high level.
Cantor, tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
He's being aggressive, trying to turn around the team's fortunes, but he's having a hard time executing.
And there it is for him. Murray's got 7 points.
And the point differential tells the story. Their two-way play has been outstanding.
You know, it's a matter of effort plus talent. You need both to dominate this way.
New York moving the ball around. Throws it up high, and Laverne throws it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Now here's Beasley. He's guarded closely and stolen by Murray. Here's Gay. It's deflected. Here's Lee. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And looking at the career of Courtney Lee, you know, has hopped around from team to team a bunch of times and always a valued teammate, but just hadn't stayed on one team for very long.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And the first one drops. And with Lee, you know exactly what you're going to get with his defense and shooting.
And Lee is always going to be a wanted commodity. His ability to defend and shoot aren't easy to find, and you just hope he's able to kind of settle into a long-term situation.
And both free throws good for Lee.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Well, he has to be careful now. He doesn't want to pick up that third foul this early.
Burke with it. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Doubled by Murray. 5 on the clock. Cantor. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Spurs have never been the flashy team in the NBA. Tony Parker said beautiful basketball is playing the right way. Ball movement, pure, beautiful basketball is the way we've played. You have all sorts of fans, and there should be something for everybody. Kevin, he told me a long time ago, if we were in New York, people would love us.
And during Popovich's time in San Antonio, the Spurs have always played together, D.A. Got to respect their team-first approach to the game.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Knicks trail by 19. Burke dishes to Lee. Thomas a screen. Burke with it, out guarded by Murray. Thomas gets a wide open look. Here's Cantor. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And good job they're doing at the line this quarter. They'll need to continue converting those free throws.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That's good from Cantor.
When you think about a great system and great execution, you think of the San Antonio Spurs. Not the most athletic team. You won't see a bunch of dunks or fast break points. If you love the game, you have to admire how they get things done.
Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for the Spurs. Parker comes in for DeJounte Murray. And Cantor drops them both. And we've seen a litany of role players come to San Antonio and shoot guys career highs.
Well, you know, especially shooters. This offense gives them the cleanest look they can ask for. There's no great secret in their strategy. It's all in the execution.
Knicks trail by 19. There's a screen by Cantor. Burke kicks to Cantor. Yes, it's good. Good for basket number 4. He's now 4 for 10.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
17 seconds left here in the second. Now Parker. Anderson outside. Over Thomas. And that one comes up a bit short. Burke. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi, what did Coach Popovich ask out of you tonight?
He just wanted me to go play basketball out there, and I just tried to be more aggressive tonight. Shots started falling, and my team just kept running with me.
Hey, Kawhi, great half. Thank you for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first half in the books. This is Ernie Johnson. This is Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ken Smith. Welcome back.
Ken?
Ken, as we break down the action. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, we can't look past the huge contribution their bench has provided. They've got this lead mainly because of the injection of energy and offense that they got from their reserves. That's what a coach wants to see. I'm guessing the minutes will be spread out a little bit in the second half.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster, Ernie. Without major improvements defensively, this game is O-V-A. Over.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
What I love watching is they are working for high percentage looks and cashing in when they get them.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Knicks, we've got Hardaway. Enes Kanter is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Moutier, and it's Ntilikina in at the 2-guard spot. Knicks trail by 19. There's the pick. There's the dish to Moutier. Tries a 3. Connects from 3-point range. Moutier's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Aldridge a screen. To the inside. Here's Leonard. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Now here's Moutier. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. The shot's good from Kanter.
Really another fantastic offensive rebound and putback. This is the second game in a row where he has just been ball dominant.
When he gets into one of these grooves, you never know how long they're going to last. Sometimes they go on and on and on.
Murray, the pass to Leonard. Over Hardaway. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And that's now 18 points for Kawhi Leonard. Knicks trail by 19. Here's Ntilikina. He's got 9. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway. We take a second here to take a look at the shot chart for the Knicks.
Well, they haven't really been strong enough inside. I mean, they haven't been a force or aggressive with getting those good quality looks in the paint. And I think the one-dimensionality of their offense is going to continue to be an issue because the defense isn't having to worry about clogging the lane or defending down low.
Picked off in midair. And a fast break now for New York. Stops, pops. The rebound by the Spurs. Gasol's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Here's Aldridge. Porzingis with the block. They retain possession. Aldridge, no luck.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
What I love is he takes the right angle, affects the shot without fouling. Attacking on the interior, I like that attitude.
Now here's Murray, defended by Moutier. Murray, good. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, they're going to have to talk about this. They got to find a way to get the ball out of his hands.
And how is the West shaping up, guys? Well, let's take a moment here to check it out now that the mid-season grind is well underway. Taking a look at Golden State. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, there's the Spurs, 7 games back.
And, you know, right now for San Antonio, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
I agree. As good as they've been, they do seem like they're missing that true killer instinct that sets the great teams apart from the good ones.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Pass to Ntilikina. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Cantor. He doesn't hit that one. Some solid defense from Gasol.
How Gasol, as skilled of a big man as you'll find in this league, in my opinion, passing, shooting, handling, you name it.
Ntilikina can't hit.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
Murray kicks to Gasol. Green dishes to Aldridge. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and it's laid up and in by Aldridge. Aldridge has got his 3rd bucket of the night. We were just talking about foul shooting last season. He shot almost 55% from three-point range. How about that?
That's how you fend off Father Time. Keep adding layers to your game. As solid as he's been, they're still behind. He needs help.
Aldridge a screen. Murray kicks to Green. From the arc. Moutier with the rebound. Knicks trail by 19. And a fast break now for New York. Porzingis has got the ball.
Not letting his team down. He's been very strong. He just needs a little help from his teammates.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Hardaway. And it's Leonard missing. New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Passes it to Moutier. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Hardaway has got 3 assists now in this one.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Leonard. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Leonard's got 6 here in this quarter.
The decision-making of Leonard could have hit the roller, but already had the shot he wanted.
Screen by Porzingis. Moutier kicks to Porzingis. That doesn't go either for Porzingis. Spurs leading by 17. And here is Murray. 12 points for him. Outside Leonard. Aldridge a screen. The drive by Green. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Moutier with the ball. Now guarded by Murray. Cantor. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And now a look at Emmanuel Moutier here. How his last 10 games have gone. He's right around 9 points a night, 7 assists and 3 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense.
That's good from Cantor. So both teams changing it up here. And Cantor drops them both. And Greg Popovich, also the head coach of the U.S. national men's basketball team, a former military man himself, and of course, guys, very passionate about his country.
You're totally right, Kevin. He's been outspoken, but his actions speak even louder. Doing a lot of charity work in San Antonio for disadvantaged youth. He cares, his players know it, and it's a part of what makes him a great man.
And the Knicks miss again. San Antonio leading by 15. And Parker, here we go. Here's Aldridge. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And this is what you sign up for when trying to defend Aldridge. The pump fake, just one of many tools in his arsenal.
For San Antonio, they've knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. And he can't get the first one. And Steve, is the big 3 in San Antonio age and retire? How big was it for San Antonio to sign the all-star LaMarcus Aldridge?
You know, it's huge, Kevin, a Texas native, and it's easy to see why he chose the Spurs. It's been interesting to see him integrate his game into their system.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Michael Beasley. He's checked in for Enes Kanter. Thomas comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Trey Burke subbed in for Emmanuel Moutier.
It's interesting. Aldridge used to shoot more free throws. That's when he used to bang inside. Now he's shooting a lot from the outside, so that trend will likely continue.
O'Quinn, the pass to Lee. Pulls up on the elbow. They get it again. And the rejection by Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
Here's Beasley. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Forbes. No good from outside. Knicks trail by 14. Burke with it. Beasley for 3. And it's Beasley again missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Gay. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. And that's 13 points for Gay.
The arms of Gay go on forever, which is what makes him a big-time threat to score inside.
Thomas a screen. Burke kicks to Thomas. Hits it from 3-point range. Thomas got 5.
Tough screen set there, and the defense was not prepared for it.
Parker dishes to Forbes. Out to Parker. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Knicks trail by 13. Lee passes to Burke.
Hey, Beasley.
Beasley sets a screen for Lee. With some arc, and no good that time. Some solid defense from Aldridge. San Antonio's gotten the 3-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Aldridge a screen. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Parker outside. The three-pointer off the mark. New York's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Pick by O'Quinn. Burke dishes to Beasley. Lays it up off the glass. Beasley's got 4 points this quarter.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Leonard with the steal. Launches a three. Great D that time from Thomas.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Lee passes to O'Quinn, and the rejection by Leonard. And it's Beasley again missing. Spurs leading by 11. And Forbes kicks to Gay. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Kawhi Leonard right there in the thick of the MVP conversation. We know he doesn't care about recognition. He just focuses on basketball.
And Leonard just entering the prime of his career, Steve, absolutely among the top 5 players in the NBA right now.
You're right, Kevin, and one of just 3 players in the league history to win both Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. And by the way, the others, Hakeem and Michael Jordan, are the other 2.
First one falls for him. Laverne, he's checked in for San Antonio. Kyle Anderson comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Rudy Gay hits them both. Knicks trail by 13. Picked by O'Quinn. Inside and stolen by Gay. Here's Anderson. Can't hit that one. And New York the other way now. And a fast break now for New York. Here's Burke. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Burke's got 6 points.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Parker kicks to Anderson. There's the pass to Forbes. He feeds it to Laverne. Over O'Quinn. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Up top, Burke. Covered by Parker. Lee kicks to Beasley. And there's another one for the Knicks.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
1:27 left in the third quarter. Here's Forbes. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Knicks trail by 9. Lee with the ball. He's picked up by Parker. Burke can't get it to go.
You know he would like to have that one back. A clear look from the mid-range.
The shot's good from Forbes.
I mean, defensively, you have to close out harder than that.
Burke dishes to Lee. Thomas a screen. Back to Burke. Takes the 3. Rebound San Antonio. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. To the left side wing. Here's Forbes. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Burke kicks to Thomas. Picked by O'Quinn. Stolen by Anderson. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The shot comes out.
And the play looked good there for a second, just couldn't finish.
Well, the pass has to be on point. Then the catch and flush just doesn't work out here.
Here's Laverne. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
1.
Nine seconds left to play in the third. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to be on Rudy Gay. That free throw good from Porzingis. Both good from the line that time. Got it off in time. The shot off that time. And so it's San Antonio in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
We can't forget about the boards. If we don't go to bodies, they're going to be at the rim all night.
And pretty unsurprising there, Greg Popovich reminding his guys to block out, play fundamental basketball.
Yeah, I mean, you work so hard at everything else. You have to finish the defense. It would be a crime to give up those extra possessions.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Parker and Green are the guard set. Anderson is out there with Rudy Gay, and it's Laverne in at the center position. That's the San Antonio 5.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Now Parker. Green, the screen. Gay kicks to Green. And here we go. Fast break. Burke's got it. Count it.
And how about the presence of mind, Ntilikina there? An excellent passer who does a great job of setting the floor.
Right side, Green. The kick out to Anderson. The feed now to Laverne. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Moves back up. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
I love the effort there. Refuses to give up on that play.
A different look now for San Antonio. Pau Gasol, he's checked in for Gay. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Parker. And then for New York, Hardaway's checked in for Beasley. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Trey Burke.
One shot, mind the lanes.
Knicks trail by 15. Mudiay passes to O'Quinn. Over in the corner, Porzingis. He kicks it to Mudiay. Back to Porzingis. Here's the 3. The rebound by the Spurs. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
And that's rough. He did have 3 in the first half, but hasn't had one since. I'll tell you what, his shot's off, but the rest of the team is on. That's why they're still winning.
Feeds it to Murray. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Emmanuel Mudiay picks one up.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
The first one falls. The Knicks making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. And so Murray nails both of them. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Outside Hardaway. There's a screen by Cantor. Shot off the screen and off the front iron, and in it goes.
Superb pick there that allowed his teammate to get open and get a clean look at the basket.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Green. Anderson kicks to Laverne. And a fast break now for New York. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
I tell you what, that wingspan that Ntilikina has is massive. His arms go on forever. Makes it really easy to pick his opponent's pocket.
And Anderson has it in the corner. Over Hardaway. And the shot falls short this time.
Coming down the stretch here, holding the lead. You like him to be more efficient offensively.
Spurs leading by 13. Murray dishes to Anderson. Kicks to Gasol. Pass to Murray. Out to the right wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Porzingis with the steal. The shot's good from Ntilikina. Ntilikina's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And Ntilikina is a blur in the open court, so fast, and has a terrific feel for which route to take in transition.
Here's Gasol, fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Laverne.
One shot, behind the lanes.
That free throw good from Gasol.
As Gasol continues to work on his shooting range, guess what? His free throw percentage has been creeping up as well. Probably not a coincidence.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
San Antonio leading by 12. Green kicks to Anderson. Murray for 3. Another shot. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
One shot, one shot.
And Smitty, with your perspective from your years in the league, as you watch the game now, what are some of the things you most enjoy watching or paying attention to when you watch an NBA game?
I think different. You know, back in my day, it was more of the 1, 2, the third option guys on the team. They got the basketball the majority of the time. I love the way now guys move the basketball around. It gets to the 5th option, and those guys are a threat. And also, those guys knock down more big shots now. Not just the superstars. So just watching the game evolve to more of a team game, it's a joy to watch, Kevin.
Is there better coaching now, you think, overall, Steve, than when you played? And that's not an indictment of the coaches that you had, but is there more of it now? Is there better coaching or bigger staffs for sure?
I think it was better coaching back in my day, but I think the philosophies have changed right now. I think they have better philosophies on how to approach the game, but I think overall it was better coaching in my day.
That's a very good answer. Spurs leading by 17. Green kicks to Murray. Dishes it to Leonard. Fires the 3. Tips it up, and it's Aldridge on the follow.
You have to be serious about bodying up Aldridge, or he'll score off the bound all day.
The Knicks have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Cantor with a screen on Green. Here's Ntilikina. Here's Cantor. And he banks in the layup. Cantor's got 19 points.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Murray kicks to Gasol. He dishes it to Leonard. Porzingis with the block. Here's Ntilikina. Guarded by Green. Ntilikina can't hit.
He was all alone. Looks like he gets a little too relaxed. He has to maintain his focus.
Here's Leonard. Nice D from Porzingis. Knicks trail by 17. Puts up a 3. Ntilikina gets the bucket.
Ntilikina continues to impress from deep. He's definitely showing he's comfortable shooting it from beyond.
Murray kicks to Green. The dish to Leonard. Over Hardaway. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. He's got 24.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
Here's Porzingis. The basket good off the assist from Moutier.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
Overall, it hasn't been pretty for his team, but he has shot the ball well.
Here's Leonard, and he banks in the layup. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Able to beat you with a wide variety of moves. Kawhi Leonard, savage inside.
There's a screen by Cantor. Here's Porzingis, and the Knicks good for 2.
You like how he uses his height there.
Sure, working the in-between area. Not many guys with the length to bother him.
Murray, the pass to Leonard. Right side Gasol. Outside Green. Murray for 3. Good on the triple. Murray's got 19 points.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Cantor dishes to Hardaway. Outside, Porzingis tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Murray kicks to Aldridge. Over to the wing. Murray, the pass to Green. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Knicks trail by 17. Pass to Ntilikina. Here's Moutier. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize.
And they could have used that trying to cut into this league. He's been off all night.
San Antonio making a switch here. Parker's checked in. New York's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. The three from Porzingis. Rebound, San Antonio. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Green, and a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Aldridge has got 3 assists tonight.
Great scores like Aldridge. D plays him to shoot. He locates the open man. Easy doing.
There's a screen by Cantor. Moutier dishes to Cantor. Here's Ntilikina. The three-pointer is right on target. Ntilikina's got a couple of three-pointers now in the 4th for the Knicks. Spurs leading by 16. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Back to Parker. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Hardaway, no good.
And the defense daring him to shoot that. Good plan right there.
Leonard the pass to Gasol. The 3. And Parker with the basket on the assist by Gasol. Gasol's got 3 assists tonight.
There it is. Just lined it up and knocked it down. His first 3 of the half, 2nd of the game.
There's a screen by Cantor. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Tell you what, I love that he didn't get rattled after being blanked in the first half. His shot has been absolute money since then.
And with Moutier, although he is a heavy rotation player, Greg, he is still somewhat of a project long term.
You know, it isn't always easy to be patient with Moutier, but that's what is needed. Slowly improving his efficiency, which is a big issue for him. And you can see the raw potential, but he has a lot of smaller things to clean up.
Spurs leading by 16. And here is Parker. And the wide open shot from Green. No good on the triple. Here's Ntilikina. Guarded by Green. Passes it to Cantor. He feeds it to Moutier. Here's Ntilikina. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
And how about the body control from Ntilikina there? Finds ways to finish through the contact. Really terrific at using his size to his advantage.
One shot.
And the potential that Ntilikina has is really cause to be exciting. A lengthy point guard who can run the offense well, and if he bulks up, look out for this guy.
Outside, Green. Parker outside, 6 to shoot.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
And Tony Parker in the 2017 season with the lowest minutes per game average in his career. He was playing so well in the playoffs. I mean, historically well. Then, Greg, as we know, the quad injury in the playoffs.
Yeah, and it's pretty clear that that 15-year run he's had as a starter, that window is rapidly closing, but still effective, just no longer the focal point that he once was.
Popovich has done a great job of developing Tony Parker's entire game, and you're seeing it right now at the free throw line.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Knicks trail by 14. Cantor with a screen on Green. To the inside. It's tipped. Leonard with the steal. On the wing, Green. The pass to Aldridge. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And here's Leonard from 3. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're in front by 14. 1:36 left in the 4th quarter of this one.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. .136 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Parker. Gasol a screen. And here's Leonard from three. Porzingis with the rebound. Knicks trail by 14. Moutier with the ball. Porzingis to two. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 16th rebound on the night. Parker drives in, and he converts the layup.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for San Antonio.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Leonard.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
So New York ends up going with the new group. Here's Thomas. It's good. The assist that time from Burke.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
Gay outside. And there's the feed to Anderson. Here's Laverne. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
And you got to like that they are competing all the way through. Try and maybe build some momentum going into the next one.
Because the execution was not there tonight. That's something they can use this time to work on.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Anderson can't get it to go. The three from Thomas. Rebounded by the Spurs. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Now Parker. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Danny, a strong defensive effort both individually and team. Now, how comfortable are you at that end of the floor now, knowing that you can make things tough on the opposition?
Well, we want to make them take tough shots. We're not comfortable at any point defensively, but we got to continue to be active and be aggressive and get our hands on loose balls.
It's been the mark of the Spurs for a long time, Danny. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.